Hello there everyone, this is TechBizmo back with another video. In this video everybody, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. In this video, I'm going to be setting up Xfce. So basically, Xfce is a very customizable desktop environment. It's very lightweight, by the way, and by default it comes, with nothing on it. As you guys can see, it's just nothing, no panels, except for this panel. I actually had to add this panel just so I could open up Simple Screen Recorder. I don't know any hotkeys or anything to open up Simple Screen Recorder. So yeah, I will, the reason why I also started this video with the Simple Screen Recorder window up is because, I don't have any minimize to window buttons type thing enabled right now, so that's just kind of why you saw that at the beginning. Anyway guys, yeah, as I said, in this video we are going to be setting up Xfce, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so as you can see, we are already on Xfce, and basically, you guys can see, this is everything. It is just boring by default. As you guys can probably see, there's like nothing here. You would normally not see anything here. You would normally have to, go to the desktop settings, and that's actually by default. There's actually a little pop-up that comes up when you first install Xfce. There's a little pop-up that says, do you want to use a default panel, or do you want it to just be completely blank? So I just selected use default panel, which I'm sure that's what everybody's going to be doing, so I don't really need to explain how to, go to the settings and, add panels yourself. That could be for a future video if I get any requests to do that. But anyways, yeah. So yeah, you can see we are here in Xfce. You can see right here we've just got our nice little Whisker menu, which I'm actually going to remove for now to show you guys how to add that. So basically, this is kind of going to differentiate between, how do you want to set up your desktop environment? Do you want your panel to be on the side? Do you want your panel to be on the top or on the bottom? Whereas in this video, I'm actually going to be setting it up on the bottom where it currently is. So yeah, I think I will, I'll try my best to remember, to go over how to do it on the sides and stuff. But if I forget, while I'm editing this video, then I'll probably just make a separate video about that. So yeah. Yeah, anyway guys, let's go ahead and get started with customizing and setting up Xfce. So yeah, as you guys can see, here's our panel, which I've talked about like 100 billion times now. Yeah, so what you're going to do to start setting up Xfce, this will, as I said, differentiate between if you want it on the side, your panel on the side, bottom, top, other side, all that stuff. If you even want a panel, if you just wanted to use hotkeys or something like you see Control-Alt-T doesn't work on here. I think you have to enable hotkeys somehow. So yeah, but that's not what this video is for, so yeah, we're just going to be customizing and setting up Xfce. So yeah, you can see here is our panel. So basically, the first thing you want to do is just go ahead and right-click on the panel and then just head over to Panel Preferences. And now, as I said, this will also differentiate between, what size you want it to be, if you want to lock the panel so you can't move it. We're actually going to be locking the panel in this video, but for now we're just going to leave it unlocked so I can kind of move it where I want. So say I wanted to have the panel directly in the middle. I think it locks in the middle. So yeah, I believe that's exactly in the middle. It's somewhere around it because it kind of feels like it locks into place. Yeah, I think it does. Yep, right there. And I can actually tell because that's right where my Dell logo is, so I'm pretty sure that's the middle. So yeah, you have, you can select number of rows, which we're just going to leave on 1, which I think everybody's going to leave it on 1. I mean, it actually can be quite useful. I've actually never used rows before. I've only used one row, ever used one row, but if you want to do 2 rows, you can have one app here, one app on the top, which is actually fairly useful if, you're that kind of person that likes to multitask and, easily get things done, I guess I could say. So yeah. For the length, if it's in the middle, you can just size it how you want. So I think in this video we're actually going to be having like the menu in the middle and stuff on the sides. You know what? No, we're not going to do that. We're going to do a standard layout. So we're going to go ahead and move this panel to the side and lock the panel. So no, not row size that big. This also, you guys can choose between the sizes of the panel. This doesn't really matter. I mean, since I have a 1366 by 768 display, I can make it relatively small. So yeah, there's just something for you guys to note. So as you can see, right now it's set on 65, the length of the panel, but we can stretch that to 100. And yeah, by default, this will not be locked, but we're just going to drag it to the bottom and lock that. So now I am not able to drag that. Alrighty, so now let's go ahead and add our Whisker menu. So basically, if you guys do not know what the Whisker menu is, this should come with every Xfce build. However, if not, then what you're going to need to do, we're going to open up our, no, we're not going to do that. We'll go ahead and get Whisker menu for this. But yeah, basically what you're going to need to do if you do not have that, I am currently in Ubuntu, so this will change, this will be on what distribution you're using. So mine is Ubuntu, so all I have to do is I have to get Xfce 4 goodies, which I actually already have, but I'm just going to show you guys how to do that. So to get Xfce 4 goodies, you just need to do sudo apt install, not install Xfce 4 goodies. I always type really bad when I'm recording. So yeah, all you need to do is that, and then type in your password, which we're not going to do. So yeah, we'll go ahead and close that out. So yeah, after that you should have Xfce 4 goodies installed. As I said, this will just be on what distribution you have. So if you have Arch Linux, I'm not going to go over this, but for example, if you have Arch Linux, it's going to be Pacman or Yaourt, whichever one you want to pick. If you're on Fedora, it's going to be what is it? DNF, I believe that's what it is, DNF. So yeah, sudo DNF install and all that stuff. And you might have to add repositories based on what distribution you're using. So yeah, there's something to note to you guys as well. Now on to the next part. So if you guys, I'm sure lots of you are going to want to, put some things down on the panel, and so you have little shortcuts. You can just go ahead and click on the panel, and there's our terminal. Well, this does work very well with Xfce. However, you really have to get in there. You really have to customize this yourself. So say we want the clock over there. We're going to go ahead and just add a clock. So as you guys can see, it is over here and not over there. Oh no. And if you try to move, you get the move option. It will not let you move it. So what do? Basically, you'll go ahead and click add new items and then search for separator. And separator is very useful. All the Xfce panels are actually based on separators, because that's how to get spaces between your items on your panels. So yeah, as you can see, that actually moved the clock between the terminal and the clock. That actually made a little bit of a space between that. And as you see, when I remove the separator from those two, you guys can see that there is no space now. But if I put it back, now there's a little space. But am I able to move it? No, I am not. As you guys can see, that does not work. So what you have to do, just go ahead and double click on this, and then just go ahead and click expand. And now you have the clock at the end of the panel. So what I like to do with my clock, I like to customize this and select LCD. LCD is my favorite Xfce clock. But as I said, you could just choose, you can just customize it how you guys would like. You can do binary if you want. You can do analog, which analog is very nice as well. Digital is very nice. Fuzzy, I actually like fuzzy. Fuzzy's pretty cool. It's pretty silly, I guess I could say. I'm going to, a lot of people might be doing this, but also a lot of people might not be doing this, which is adding a directory menu on the Xfce panel. So basically, this is really straightforward. You just have to, go to the add new items right here. When your panel's selected, of course. I don't know if I explained that, but yeah, your panel has to be selected for all this stuff. But yeah, so what you're going to need to do, just go ahead and search directory menu, and as you see, it is right there. And you can see this actually pops up where you want it to pop up. This is, well, that's where I want it to pop up anyway. You know, you can do something like move it to here, which is very useful, by the way. But yeah, I kind of like it right here so that, you know, I've kind of little shortcuts of all my directories, which is very, very useful, in my opinion. So yeah, let's go ahead and go on to the next step, which is basically called window buttons. So I don't think we need to search for this one. I believe it should be easy to find, and yes, it is. It is right here. And basically, guys, window buttons is right here. It's very self-explanatory, as you guys can see. Here's my simple screen recorder window. This is just, you know, going to show me everything that is currently opened. So we're going to move our little window buttons right here. You know, you can move it where you want. You can move it before the menu, which I don't know why the heck you do that, but you know, your opinion, your desktop, your computer. So you know, you go ahead and choose what you guys would like. I mean, of course, it's your computer and you know your Linux setup. And sorry if you're hearing little noises. I'm kind of moving my neck around. It really hurts, and I don't know why. Yeah, let's go ahead and go on to the next step. Basically, if you want a notification area, you know, like audio and Wi-Fi stuff, you just search notification area, and it is right here, notification area. This one actually only shows Wi-Fi, and I believe it'll pop up some notifications right here whenever you get notifications, which is very, very useful. I do love that. You can also do notification plugin if you'd like. This is basically, you know, you just click that. You can do not disturb, which we're actually going to enable. So we'll just go ahead and drag that right there, and we'll disable, you know what, we'll enable do not disturb since I am recording. You know, you can also do notes. You can just, very quick shortcut of notes. You know, you can go ahead and do that if you'd like, but we're not going to be doing that, so we're just going to go ahead and remove that. Yeah, so the next thing we are going to do is our Pulse Audio plugin, which basically is going to allow you to change the audio volume. We're not going to, you know, show you guys how to change the audio volume and stuff in this video because I don't want to ruin the microphone quality because I believe it's set on the correct setting right now. And yeah, so yeah, what we have so far is our Pulse Audio plugin, notification area, and Wi-Fi, clock, and directory menu. You know, we have Whisker Menu, our little terminal launcher, which of course you can add more launchers very, very easily. I think you can do that. Can you do that by dragging? Yes, you can. So you can do that by dragging, but we're not going to have that right there. I keep opening my terminal. But yeah, I think you can also just click on it. Yep. Right click on it and add to panels, another option you can do, which we're not going to do that. So I mean, that is how I'm going to add more things, more launchers to the panel anyway. So, but not right now. We'll do that a little bit later. So later. We can also search for. I don't think this is the one I use. I don't think battery monitor is the one I use, but you know, you could use battery monitor if you want. It's also very very customizable. Okay, Power Manager plugin. This is the one I always use, so we're going to just go ahead and move this. Go ahead and move this right here. That looks all right. You know, we can also, no, not move it. We can also, properties, you know, customize it. We can just show percentage. We can do percentage or remaining time, percentage and remaining time if we'd like, which, we're just going to do percentage, or let's see what none looks like. Yeah, we'll do percentage. Yeah, I might, by the way, I might stop in just a moment and get a little sip of water because I'm talking so much. My voice is getting dry and a little bit itchy, so yeah. Anyways, do we need that anymore? No, we're not going to create a launcher. Yeah, we can go ahead and close that out. And yes, I'm going to go ahead and do what I just said and go ahead and get a drink of water. I apologize for this. All right, I am back and I have my water. So yeah, some other things we can add to the panel is, you know, stuff like show desktop, you know, screenshot, which a screenshot is actually very useful. You know, if you just want to go you just go yoink and it'll take a picture of your screen, which is very useful. But I'm not going to be doing that, just to let you know. Workspace switcher, we'll go ahead and add. And whoops, didn't mean to close out that window, but very easy to go back. You just go to items and, we'll put that right here. You can see we can also remove some workspaces. So workspace settings, we can only have, or you can add more workspaces, which is very cool. You can make it take up the whole panel if you want, but we're only going to have 2 workspaces, so it doesn't take up that much space. And I only ever use 2 workspaces anyway, so yeah, there's just something to let you guys know. And we can also, if you guys want, you don't have to do this, of course. But yeah, what I'm going to do is just change the Whisker. I'm going to enable, the title on the Whisker menu and just have it say menu. You can also change the icon for the Whisker menu. You can make it a battery if you want, I think I have, I believe that I have a TechBizmo, yep, my logo right here, which we can do, which looks very hideous, so we're not going to do that. We're going to pick a different file, which, here we go, menu icons, here we go. We'll go ahead and pick something else. I don't know if I'm going to stay with my choice. I'm not even going to be staying with Xfce, I don't think anyway, so, yeah. You know what, just because I can't make a choice, we'll just select the Java, the cup of Java. Sorry, a little bit thirsty, as I said. My throat was getting really dry. Alrighty, well, I think we are done customizing our panel, and I did not mean to open that, but yeah, I think we are pretty much done customizing my panel. I'm not going to show you guys how to, well, I can show you. I mean, you guys, this is very simple, you just go ahead, pick on the thing that you want to add to the panel, and then as you see, it might not be where you want it, so you just go ahead and right click on it and click move to where you want it to be. So yeah, but we're going to remove that. Another thing you guys can do, well, not another thing you guys can do, on to the next part, which is basically customizing our Xfce desktop. So basically what I do is I always just go to Settings Manager, and in Settings Manager, you have Appearance, you have Window Manager, which basically these two are your main theming settings, and we also have Mouse and Touchpad, which is your mouse theming, which the first thing we're going to change is our mouse theme to, we'll change it to, let's try out white glass, which it doesn't look like it's working. I guess maybe because I don't have white glass in my thing. Oh well, just assume that it works. I might have to log out actually. That was a issue with Xfce that I've had in the past. You have to log out for theming to actually take effect, and I did not mean to close that out again. Go ahead and open back up Settings Manager. We'll go ahead and change the appearance. Oh, so I guess, yeah, I just don't have the red glass theme actually on my computer, which basically we can just fix that issue. But instead of doing red glass, we're going to do sudo add-apt-repository. Actually, you know what? I think that I honestly think that Breeze cursor theme is in the repositories already, so we'll go ahead and just try that out. Sudo apt install Breeze cursor theme. I believe this is already in the repositories, so yep, it is already in the repositories, so you can see that is installing and the installation has finished. So we'll go ahead and go over to the mouse theme and select Breeze, and it's still not working. Oh well, it'll probably work for you. I mean, I probably just have to log out, and you can see right there it shows my little pointer, but it's probably just issues with this version of Xfce, or I just have to log out. Anyways, let's go ahead and do the real customizing, which we can go to Appearance to do that. we're going to be selecting Numix for this video. And for icons, we're going to be selecting, let's do Numix Circle. I've always been doing Numix Circle when I use any Xfce distribution. To be honest, I am obsessed with Numix and Numix Circle. I've been using it for almost a year now, I think. Yeah. So we can go to Window Manager, and basically this Window Manager is just theming, you know, the top bar, the scrolling stuff, all that sort of stuff. By the way, this is kind of a useful feature if you want it. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and select Numix, and as you see, we now have our top bar customized, our, you know, menu customized. You can see that very nice icon theme, and here's our panel fully customized, and now it shows the actual newer Java logo. Do you see that? That's pretty cool, actually. If I go to here and then select icons, like if I do regular Numix, it might be different. No. Okay, so Oxygen, yeah, it's different. Tango, yep, now it's the regular Java cup of coffee theme, I guess I could say. The Java cup of coffee icon for the menu. And yeah, guys, as you can see, this is looking very, very nice, and we can also go ahead and change our background, which I don't think I have a wallpaper. Is it? Do we have? Yep, we can select it from the backgrounds folder, and that looks very nice. So we'll leave it like that. Yeah, I think that is pretty much it. You could see here we are in Xfce. It is very, very snappy. I do love the Xfce desktop environment. Yeah, as you guys can see, as I've said this like a billion times, this is looking very nice. I just love this. This is also like what I theme every Xfce setup like. So, you know, this is nothing new to me. As far as Xfce theming goes, well, yeah, I think that is pretty much it. We can go ahead and show you guys how to kind of make a side panel. So we'll go ahead and do that. So basically, you just need to go to the top right here where it says Panel 1 or Panel 3, whatever number you have, Panel 4, I don't care. You can go ahead and add. And as you guys can see, we have another panel. But oh no, look, it is it's like that. We don't want it like that. We want it to be sideways, or turn 90 degrees counterclockwise, I guess I could say. Or clockwise, I apologize. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. So, yeah. Yeah, so basically you want to go here where it says Mode and just select, you can do vertical, you can do desk bar, which we're going to do vertical. Wait, is there any difference? I don't care. We're just gonna do vertical anyway. So yeah, now we can do row size, or no, not row size. I apologize. Yeah. So actually, yeah, row size we can change to whatever size we want. We'll do 45 for now. Number of rows we're just going to leave on default. So length. This is the big thing that you're probably going to be changing. There is the perfect middle. So now we can change the row size. We can make it bigger. Or smaller, I guess. And now it is locked. So, yeah. And basically, I can show you guys how to make it auto hide. I mean, this is going to work the same for any Xfce panel for auto hiding, so I don't really need to show you how to do it on this bottom one too. So yeah, right here, where it says automatically hide the panel, you can just do intelligently, which basically means if you know, do stuff, it should well, I think after I close that. So now, yep, it is hiding every time I go near it. You can see there. So, yeah, I think that is pretty much it. By the way, it is very self-explanatory after seeing this video how to customize the side panel. It is exactly the same, except, you know, it's vertical. So, yeah. Well, anyways, guys, I really, really hope you guys found this video helpful and useful. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it. As I said, leave a comment, and yeah, I will see you in the next one.